Whoa, GeniePoint is certainly making the headlines on social media. Almost every day they advertise that they're installing everywhere, repairing old broken chargers, replacing others with brand new high power units, loads of promotion, helpful hints. Multiple chargers are now being installed in supermarkets, some of them up to 300 kilowatts. Incredible. But is GeniePoint doomed to failure? They charge between 79p and 85 pence per kilowatt hour. Well, Fastned charge 69p, that's reduced to 48p with membership. GridServe charge 69p, no membership. Ionity 74p, reduced to 56 with membership. Tesla charge 35p, no membership. The market is definitely polarising. At the top end, Shell Recharge 85p, BP Pulse 85p, Apple Green 79p. Are we seeing the battle of the titans? Who will win? Let's look at the battle in more detail and see the size of the armies in the upcoming battle. Who has the most chargers? Well, first we need to be a bit more specific. Are we talking about 7 kilowatt fast chargers or 50 kilowatt or 150 ultra rapids? Well, since the huge majority of EVs being sold today can charge well over 100 kilowatts, many nearer 200, and we're all obsessed by charging time and speed, we need to look at ultra-rapid chargers. Then where do we get the figures from? Many charger networks are decidedly shy about revealing the exact number, and several tell deliberate lies or hide the actual number with outrageous misleading phrases. But dig deep, the answers are there. Well, clear winner is Tesla. It has by far the most ultra-rapid DC chargers in the UK, with well over 1,000 growing rapidly. Well, very rapidly. They've just opened in Exeter with 32 ultra-rapid 250 kilowatt superchargers. Their older ones, the 150 kilowatts, are now being phased out. All new ones are 250 kilowatts and no power sharing, so clearly well in the ultra-rapid bracket. Next, BP Pulse. BP Pulse. They claim to have 3,200 ultra-rapid chargers, clearly far more than Tesla, but read on, read the small print. They include their 50 kilowatts in that total. Now they're rapid chargers, so they are excluded. Their true ultra-rapid chargers top out at a very leisurely 150 kilowatts, and these are very few and far between. I can't find the exact figure, but it's certainly no more than a few hundred, probably far less. But they do have some. Shell too really are rather sneaky, claiming access to over 50,000 chargers. Turns out most aren't theirs, just affiliated and appear on their app. That's a bit like ZapMap claiming they own 30,000 chargers. Simply not true. Again, Shell claim thousands of ultra-rapid chargers, but in the much smaller fine print, we find they have 500 rapid chargers on forecourts and 140, just 140 ultra-rapid chargers rated at either 150 or 175 kilowatts. You really do need to do a bit of deep digging to find the truth with these slippery networks. Well, while 150, 175 kilowatt is okay, it's not keeping pace with EV maximum charging speeds. Next comes GridServe. We can ignore the hundreds of rapid 50 kilowatt chargers they have, courtesy of Electric Highway, and focus on the ultra-rapids. They have installed over 100 350 kilowatt ultra-rapid chargers in 2020 alone, and have nearer to 200 now in total. Plus they have a few hundred 90 kilowatts at their hubs. 90 kilowatts, rapid or ultra? Well, I'd have to say it's ultra, so we can add them in. Now behind them comes InstaVolt, claiming to be the fastest growing charging network in the UK, with well over 1,000 chargers, but many of these are 7 kilowatt fast or 50 kilowatt rapids. So the ultras are in the low to mid hundreds. Well, fastest growing, not sure that's accurate either. Well, then we have GeniePoint. Despite all the headlines they're making, they have remarkably few ultra-rapid chargers. Some are rapids, most are fast, so the true figures for ultras is way less than 100. Fairly close to Osprey and Ionity, but probably ahead of Fastned, who have under 50. Now, all of these claim to be the fastest growing, all claiming to be targeting 10,000, 50,000, even 100,000 charges by 2030, even some of those with just a few hundred ultras at present. These are possible, but highly unlikely. Well, those are the armies. Now let's look at the weapons we have. And we find an immediate anomaly. Those with the most money, the petrochemical giants, have the oldest, out-of-date equipment, are spending the least, and choosing to continue investing in even more old, outdated, rapid equipment. Tactics seem to be numbers matter, not only for bragging rights, we got more than you, but in the belief that sheer numbers will win. Or is it just cheaper for them? Well, those with less money, and that's all the others, are concentrating most of their spending on top-of-the-range ultra-powerful weapons. Far fewer, but ultra-high-tech, powerful, efficient, easy to use. Wait a minute. That reminds me of something. Well, in the news recently. Oh, yeah. A giant, huge, outdated army using outdated equipment and 14th century battle tactics being humbled by a much smaller, more mobile army equipped with ultra-modern, cheap, ultra-high-tech innovations. Interesting. Need to see where that one goes. Well, the equipment is a major part, but the final decider will always be price. And here the petrochemical giants just go for broke. 79p up to 85p per kilowatt hour, well out in front. Most of the others get nowhere near to them. Well, the newcomers, using high tech to drive down costs and the desire to offer fast, reliable, cheap charging, can average half that price, in some cases less than a third. Shell Recharge 50 kilowatt rapid charger at Haydock, 85 pence. Tesla 250 kilowatt supercharger at Manchester, off peak, 24 pence. Well, the battle, early days are showing results are just coming in, and we've got an early casualty. Shell Recharge has just effectively dropped out of the running, concentrating most of its spending now on their core business, not EVs, letting existing chargers fail and slowing down the installation of new units. The other petrochemical giants, well, they're ploughing ahead, but they're actually finding it very tough going. Progress is not as fast as they had predicted. It seems that a big name and a massive price are not going down that well with their customers. And the newcomers, those with their high-tech and low-cost approach, are starting to surge ahead, dragging customers away from the giants. The customers follow the price. Deserted chargers are now commonplace where prices are high. Crowds and occasionally queues are common where prices are low. Now again, let me see, where have we seen this before? Oh yeah, supermarkets. Once dominant and with prices creeping up, heading towards profiteering, the biggest players suddenly found their market share disappearing and heading towards the newcomers, Aldi and Lidl. They hit the market with a new approach and really low prices, stack them high, sell them cheap. Shell Recharge, BP Pulse, Apple Green and GeniePoint are all losing the battle in the public charging war. I believe they have all seriously underestimated how much price drives everyday shopping. Their business models seem to mirror those of the supermarkets from decades earlier. They've had success with their petrol forecourts, certainly, but even there, they are now losing out to supermarket filling stations big time. We are price-driven, particularly at times of high prices and high inflation. Yes, they are doomed on the road to hell. I really love this phrase. It just hits my sense of humour, and it applies here. They really did think it was going to be easy. Let's show them it isn't. Well, here we EV owners and those thinking of joining in with their first EV need to use people power, a real concerted effort. Vote with your feet. No, sorry, your wheels. Definitely reject any charges with prices above 70 pence. That's just pure profiteering at your expense. Don't fall for it. Head for the newcomers with powerful modern chargers and select those with compellingly low prices. Use memberships. I hate memberships myself, but they often produce really low prices, even after paying a monthly fee. Fastned, for example, it's for $9.99 a month, drops the price by 30% to 48p. Now, one charge a month makes little sense, although even that will cover the cost of the membership. Two charges a month of 50 kilowatt each will cost £68 for a non-member, but £58 as a member paying the membership fee. That's a net 58 pence per kilowatt hour. Three changes a month is £104 for non-members against 82 for members. Now, this is not a plug for Fastned, just an example. Octopus, they offer their Electroverse card, totally free, and as an example, that card reduces Osprey's expensive 79p down to 66p. It's free. Discounts sat there waiting for you to find them. And there are still totally free public and destination charges out there. Hunt them down and use them. Don't just go for convenience of a local charger. Well, if we want to hurry along the destruction of those profiteering megaliths, we need people power. It's amazingly powerful, far more than we actually believe. Let's get behind and support those doing the right thing and reject the others. In particular, support green measures. Well, I don't know if global warming is happening or is caused by us burning fossil fuel, but why take the chance? We don't want dirty power produced by oil and gas, polluting the air. Those days have long since gone. We want plentiful, green, clean energy produced from the likes of PV and wind. We need to store huge quantities of excess electricity we produce on many days and store it until it is needed or when the wind and sun can't contribute. Well, GeniePoint is already doomed. They're going bust. But let's try to hurry it along a little. Maybe, like the supermarkets, we can force that change just a bit quicker. Has anyone else noticed that Tesco and Morrison's now have stickers on the shelves saying Aldi price match? I have. I wonder why they're doing that. Well, thanks for watching to the end. I'm Dave.